Channel, I can't stand it. I know you planned it. I'm gonna set it straight this Watergate with the Super 7 Ultimate Beastie Boys Sabotage figures.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, back again with another Super 7 Ultimate unboxing and review. And today on the channel from the Beastie Boys, we got Sabotage Threesome. Of course, below for all your Sabotage needs, all your Super 7 needs, and everything else under the sun, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Yes, 15% on all in-stock items. Got to get a deal over there. Got to get a deal every single day, and that's exactly what I did. Pick these up from jaystoysandgames.com. And you guys, listen up, y'all. It's Sabotage here on the channel today. One of the most classic, iconic music videos of all time. Yes, I said it, of all time. And I remember I was in a radio class, I think 1994. So we had a radio station at my junior high and high school, and you would take classes there. And I took a couple years of radio, and I remember this one being all over, of course, the high school, junior high radio, the airwaves, we'll call it. And of course, all over MTV back in the day. Such an iconic video that still holds up if you ask me, but I love that 70s cop stuff, over the top action. Just a very, very fun music video there. I will put an asterisk on it, though. You're probably saying, Kyle, I never hear you talk about the Beastie Boys. I hear you talk about the new wave of British heavy metal, new wave of traditional heavy metal. Hear you talk about some thrash music. Hear you talking about your classic rock. But what about the Beastie Boys? Where do they fare for you? Well, don't shoot the messenger, Todd McFarlane. I know the Beastie Boys are your 7th favorite band of all time. You've told me that. You put up your toes, and you did one of these with your toes. I know you're a big fan. Mark Summers said he's never heard of the Beastie Boys, but he's in his 70s now, Mark Summers. You're getting older. You're getting older every day on the couch over there, Mark. But the Beastie Boys, for me, doesn't really resonate. Sorry, I know. However, I love Sabotage. I love the Sabotage music video. This is my favorite era, favorite song, whatever you want to call it, favorite music video of the Beastie Boys. I know they're groundbreaking. I hear it all the time. I've obviously heard all their stuff. I've went back. I've heard about every album that ever existed from most bands, it feels like. I've heard it all. I like it. It just doesn't resonate with me. And you like what you like. You don't what you don't. We always say that on the channel. Obviously, you respect the Beastie Boys. But to me, it really starts and ends with Sabotage. Unpopular opinion, and I'm buying this more for the figures than I am my Beastie Boys love, obviously, here with this one here. And obviously, how we're going to do this unboxing, guess what? We're going to do it like all the other ones on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And like I said, I basically bought these for really cool setups and just cool on my shelf. It's cool action figures for my shelf. Take the Beastie Boys stuff away from it, they would be cool looking figures of, you know, cops in the 70s, basically. You just need a car with them, some stuff like that. Once again, it follows the music video. If you haven't seen the music video, maybe remind yourself, watch that one maybe before this. We do get the 3 main characters. We're going to call it the main characters. We're going to talk like it's a show. We're going to talk like it's Starsky and Hutch or something like that. Maybe it's Chips, who knows? But we got the 3 main characters here. Hopefully we can get, Nathan Wind and Bunny in maybe a future set. So shout out to Nathan Wind and Bunny, and maybe one of those criminals or something like that. We can get some of that going on. We'll see what happens there. But let's just start it off, and let's go through the packaging on all 3 first. How about? We're going to start with the first one here. Alessandro Allegre as the Chief. And I'm never going to memorize these guys' names. I just can't do it. Don't have the room. But of course, Super 7 Ultimate packaging here. Very cool packaging on this one. Got to admit, it gives the whole feel of the music video, of course. Little glamour shot down there. Got the name, Sabotage. Big window box, of course. Helicopters flying over on the side. Love the car on the side, too. Just really, really fun packaging on this one. And then on the back, nothing really going on. It's just like a movie poster is kind of what it looks like right there. So we got that going on there. It does say they're going to set it straight, this Watergate. And if you guys remember Watergate, Mark Summers, you were probably there for Watergate for sure. You were? You were an intern? A magician's intern. Not in D.C., though? In Washington. Okay, so what does that have to do with Watergate? Oh, that's where you were. Okay. Mark Summers from the couch, riveting as usual, as we do know. Over here, we got the second character. The backs are going to be the same on all these, so it is what it is. We get old Nathan Wind as Cochese. Didn't I just mention Nathan Wind? Maybe I'm just getting my guys confused a little bit here. We got Nathan Wind looking really, really good right there. Love the looks here. Of course, love that big old, I was going to say afro, but not really, but just the crazy 70s hair going on. Looking good in the package as well. Same packaging style. Then third, and certainly not least, we got Vic Calfari as Bobby, the rookie. And the hot-headed rookie, we remember that scene where he's like punching the guy in the face. That's rookies for you. I got a rookie story when I was a manager. I'm going to tell that story one of these days where I about jumped across the table at an employee. It was a wild time. I remember my senior leader who hired me, grabbed me, held me back, and all that kind of stuff. And they said, Kyle, now here's how we do it. Here's how we do it. So learning, constant improvements. But I'll share that story one of those days. Stay tuned. But looking good on the packaging front on this one as well. Nothing going on in the back is what it is. So the packaging, very, very nice, but I'm not about the packaging life. I'm about that action figure life. So I'm going to take this offline, get all three of these guys out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Sabotage. All right, let's dive into the Sabotage figures, and let's start with our old friend Nathan Wind, of course. I used to know a guy named Robert Wind. I don't know if they're related. I'm going to look into that later on. We'll see what happens. But let's dive in. Let's start with the accessories. Let's start with the hands. And one thing I imagine here, a lot of reuse across the molds for the bodies on this and obviously for the hands. So really any of these hands could really go with any character. So it could truly be choose your own adventure. And I have to imagine most people that buy these figures, you're going to buy the whole set, aren't you? I can't imagine somebody buying just one of these guys. It'd be like buying just a Robert Gibson and leaving a Ricky Morton at home. I just don't see that happening. You guys tell me, though, of course. But we do get extra hands, 2 Fists of Fury out of the package, 2 gripping hands, and then the 2 What You Gonna Do, Brother hands. He's got those going on. He's going to point at you. Of course, like a true detective working the streets of California, I think was what these guys were doing once upon a time. Diving into the rest of the accessories here, like a young big boss man, you got the nightstick. Of course, most cops, you got to have that nightstick at the ready. You never know when you might got to club somebody. So we got the nice nightstick right here looking good in black. You do got a little bit of dynamite, of course. You got to have something like this. You can just see them, of course, grabbing it from a bad guy, throwing it up in the air, shooting it out of the air, or throwing it just at the last second. But you got some old-timey dynamite. You got the clock going on there. Ready to go, of course. And then the nightstick, you got to have some handcuffs. You're going to arrest somebody, you put the handcuffs on them. That makes all the sense in the world. Not a lot of give in these. I guess there's a little bit of give, but it is nice handcuffs here. And of course, you pop the hands off. You can put their hands through there if you want to. Choose your handcuff adventure. And then a little bit peculiar right here, you do get the CB radio here. Everybody loves a good CB. I still got a CB in my Jeep Wrangler from back in the day. Now whenever I pull that CB out and I turn that thing on, I don't get anything. There used to be some fun truck drivers on there. Truck drivers aren't as fun as they used to be, or I'm not on the same signal, or maybe they're not on CBs like they used to. I think that's more the plan right there. But you do got this. Unfortunately, you don't have a car to connect it to. It'd be cool to have them in a car, driving, talking on the CB. Is what it is. Breaker. You guys know the drill on the CBs. But now you dive into the heads on this one. Good head sculpt here. Very stoic face. Got those big old cop sunglasses. Got that big hair as well. Looking pretty good. And quite the mustache on this one as well. Going on right there. Second head sculpt here for old Nathan Wind. You got the glasses on there once again. A little bit more of a what? He's got the mouth open a little bit. Looking good there, but very much similar to the last head as well. And the third and final one, business picked up in a bad way. He does got the tape over his mouth, and of course, no glasses anymore. He's been captured. Watch out for that. So that's a cool different hit on that one there. Gives a little more personality to him, of course. But now diving into the figure itself, you got the police badge right there in the front. Got a tie you can set my 70s dad watch to, I guess, on that one there. So suspenders over the top. You do got the holster here for the weapon. One thing I noticed, 0 weapons as far as gun weapons with these guys. So a little peculiar, but I don't remember them. I guess they drew their weapons in the video, didn't they? So kind of strange we didn't get any weapons of any kind. We do get the nice, just looks like an office worker almost. You take off the suspenders over here and the badge and all that. It almost looks like he could be your local accountant, really, at the end of the day. But very, very plain Jane here. Arm's going to go all the way around on this one. One thing I noticed right out of the package, all the joints are almost fused together. So your mileage may vary, but I'm going to have to heat these bad boys up. I don't want them breaking. I just can't take it. My heart can't take that kind of stuff. Hands removable back, forth, side to side. Like I said, fisticuffs, of course. Traditional waist. Big old splits, ready to go if he needs to. Gonna slide over a car, something like that. Leg does go up. Single jointed knees, side to side. Just not tons of articulation here. Ankles back and forth, up and down, side to side. Pretty much your usual Super 7 articulation on this one. And he should, of course, fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle to save 10%. What do you know? Right there, looking good, feeling good. Old Nathan Wind, if I can get him to stand, coming in hot in the Sabotage. But now we're going to go over to Bobby the Rookie. He's ready to go. He's got a lot of accessories with him as well. We do get the extra hands, and we get different hands this time. We do get 2 splayed out hands and 2 C-grip kind of cupping hands here. And then we get straight up cupping hands or gripping hands out of the package. So different here. Once again, you can mix and match, move them around if you want to. Looking good there. You do got a big old school walkie-talkie. You never know when you might got to talk to somebody, I guess. And you're going to walk and talk on the old walkie-talkie. Looking good. And then, of course, we remember that scene in the video. He was drinking his coffee, eating the donuts. So you got the glazed donut going on. You get the little coffee cup. Pretty good accessory pieces. One of those accessories you could use with different toy lines if you really wanted to as well. So always appreciate things like that. Then you got the big old briefcase. There was a lot of headwind around this briefcase, if I'm not mistaken. Does it open? Oh, it's very hard to open, but there we go. It does open as a black briefcase, and oh, it's full of money. It's full of that cold, hard cash. So once again, figure photographers could have some fun with a briefcase like this. Gold handle, gold trim on it. Old school briefcase. Once again, looking good as far as accessories go. But now we're diving into the figure itself. Once again, not a ton of bells and whistles. Basically the exact same body. It is. It's the exact same body. We got different shoes going on, so we're here for that. We do got a different shirt going there. You got a pocket, and I guess this one's covered up by the badge, but you do got 2 pockets going on here. Once again, a nice 70s tie going on. Looks like a peppermint or a barber shop window spindle is kind of what it looks like in his pinstripe suit right there, or shirt, more like it. But not too bad, not too shabby there on that one. Now the head out of the package, nice mustache going on. Once again, you got the glasses. Glasses seemingly are not removable. Don't want to break those off. And you got not quite the haircut there. Looking on point with the 70s, of course. Got a little down in the dumps face here. A little perturbed face going on. Once again, you got the glasses, the hair going on. Choose your own head adventure. And third and final head right here. Oh, you got the happy smiley face. So I'm kind of here for this one. I'm here for a smiley face. Looking pretty good there. So choose your own head adventure. Once again, articulation can be identical, of course. We know how that does go. And we're going to fit him on a ringside stand. Yes, we are. How about that? Ready to go. And it really, the more I dig into it, we're too deep, of course, of the 3. Really feels like you need the whole crew to really build it out and make it feel Sabotage-esque, I guess. I don't know, unless we're talking about Black Sabbath Sabotage. Shout out to Black Sabbath, of course. Now, the Chief, Alessandro Allegra. I kept that by the side because I was never going to remember that name. But we get the Chief here this time. And Chief's got some good accessories as well. Like a young Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, he's got a bullhorn. Okay, you guys, come on out of there. We got you surrounded. You can just see it right here. And you could set these guys up with your Planet of the Apes action figures as well from that great 70s movie, of course. Assault on the old Planet of the Apes. Once again, we get another walkie-talkie. Is it identical? Identical walkie-talkie. Gotta get the most out of your walkie-talkie molds, of course. But this one is black where the last one was gray, so makes sense. Get some binoculars for a stakeout, of course. Everybody loves a stakeout. Got some nice binoculars here. Another one of those toys you could use with different lines if you wanted to. Very cool. Once again, just makes me want a car for these guys. You put this up on the dash, you put this up on the roof, whatever it ends up being. You do get that light going on there. And then we get this axe, and I don't remember the axe from the video, but I'm sure it was in there. But we do get an axe going on here, brown handle. You got a little blood on the end. Oh, going to chop him into pieces is what he's going to do there. Now diving into the hands on this one. Once again, all kinds of hands going on. You get the 2 hands. I'm going to give you one of these. Hey, you over there, over there. Maybe a salute, maybe a little of this. We got those hands going on. And then we got the jazz hands and the waving hands. So we do get that. And then we get the gripping hands here. So once again, choose your own hand adventure. Plenty of options. And once again, mix and match the hands if you really want to. If you want guys different hands, they will work across the board. Now, of course, articulation once again can be the same for everybody. We know how that does work here. But a good head sculpt coming out of the package. You got that gray hair, the windswept. Looks like the Chief. He looks like he'd be the Chief of this bunch. Once again, beautiful glasses, beautiful mustache. You know we're here for that. Very stoic look out of the package. Second head, oh my gosh, no glasses on this one, but you're all about the mustache. All about the mustache. Once again, you got the gray hair going on, looking good. And then third and last but not least, you get the smiling head looking very good. This is probably the one I'm going to use. Just having a good time is what he's doing right here. So very cool. 3 different head sculpts once again. Now diving into this figure, one big difference on this figure is you do got the suit jacket over the top. Of course, he's the chief. He's going to dress up a little bit. You do get the same body once again. You get the black shoes going on, but you do get the added suit coat over the top. It does have the badge going on it there, looking very, very nice. But besides that, really just a guy in a suit. That's what this is. This is your local accountant. This is Kyle about 10 years ago going to work. This is what it looks like to me. So not bad, not great. It just is what it is, and it's depicting what it is from, of course, the music video, as we do know. Once again, all the joints on the elbows on these are extremely tight, dare I say almost fused. So I'm not even going to bend them because I don't want to break them. But I definitely can feel that on these figures. So your mileage may vary. Good to put them in hot water. Good to use a hairdryer. Whatever floats your boat, I guess we'll say on that one. But very, very nice. And he should also, as well, fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand using discount code Kyle. Save 10%. Oh, his hole is tight. That's like most Chiefs out there. Their holes are pretty tight, as we do know. Also, their expense reports are pretty tight as well. But man, oh man, the Sabotage video rolls on here. And once again, not the biggest Beastie Boy fans. Don't shoot me. Don't throw those tomatoes at me. I get enough of them from the audience out there. But I like this for what it represents as far as a 70s buddy cop, 70s cop show. I like the idea of this, especially figure photographers. I can see getting a lot of use out of this in the future as well. Just a very, very fun set that's not going to be for everybody. However, if you love Sabotage and you love Beastie Boys, this is a no-brainer to be in your collection. I wouldn't say Sabotage is their most famous song of all time. It might be for me, but obviously the Beastie Boys have a lot of hits over the years. You know, they want to party way back in the day, as we do know. The ebbs and flows of the Beastie Boys. And of course, unfortunately, not all the members are here anymore, as we do know. But their music and legacy will for sure live on forever. And I think most people that see the Sabotage video enjoy it. I don't know anybody that never liked that video. And like I said, it is my personal favorite Beastie Boys song. For good or for bad, it is my favorite song. But what about you and the Beastie Boys? I'm sure a lot of you guys and gals watching this one love you some Beastie Boys. What are your thoughts on these figures? Worth the pickup for you? Are you just one of those collectors? I don't need figures of the Beastie Boys, but I love them. Did you get reactions? You say, hey, I'm good with the reactions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you on, of course, Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support the channel. 2 channel videos roll up to Patreon every single day. Bonus content on Patreon every single day. Truly the best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for Sabotage, the music video, action figures, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
We're going to the